From WFSB, this is an Eyewitness News Update.
Good morning, everyone. Time now is 7 a.m. Thanks for joining us on this March 23rd. I'm Nicole Nalepa. We start you off in East Haven, where 5 teens are actually being charged after they stole a car and led police on a chase. Now, take a look. You are now watching newly released dashcam video of that chase. The teens are now facing a slew of charges, including assault on police and theft of a motor vehicle, both of which are felonies. Experts say if you want something done, you can reach out to state leaders. And we are, of course, going to continue to give you the latest on the current push that's going on right now in our state for juvenile crime reform. And a man in Hartford is facing theft charges this morning after police say he stole a bunch of guns from a store in Newington. Prosecutors tell us Troy Harris took 5 pistols from the store Hoffman's Guns for the Good Guys, and this all took place back in September of 2021. Now, our Pinpoint News Tracker shows you where that store is located. It's actually right off of the Berlin Turnpike. Harris was previously convicted of a felony gun charge, so he could face up to 20 years in prison if he's convicted of these new counts. And we continue to follow developing news in Brantford, where we've learned a middle school student is facing charges accused of making a threat against Walsh Intermediate School. The school was actually placed under lockdown yesterday while police investigated, but we're told that there was never any imminent danger. Students and parents will notice an increased police presence, however, as a precaution. And state senators Chris Murphy and Richard Blumenthal are teaming up with a newly elected lawmaker from Florida to tackle gun reform. Yesterday, the Connecticut senators and Florida Congressman Maxwell Frost stood behind a group of survivors of gun violence, including students from Sandy Hook and the Parkland High School shootings, as they announced a new bill that would establish an Office of Gun Violence Prevention, that is, at the Department of Justice. The plan would create a central point within the federal government where gun violence would remain the focus every day. And a former West Haven City employee will spend time in jail for stealing COVID-19 relief money. A judge sentenced 66-year-old John Bernardo to 13 months in jail for his role in a scheme to take more than $1 million from the city. Bernardo will also have to pay nearly $60,000 in restitution. Prosecutors say that he teamed up with former Democratic State Representative Michael DeMassa and 2 others to defraud the city of West Haven. All right, Mike, over to you. How's the weather looking?
Hey, Nicole. Certainly gray out there today, which is not a surprise. This is what we were expecting. A very cloudy day here across Connecticut. A live look on our iCam right now in Middletown showing the clouds. But it's the shoreline where we're starting to run into more issues. The iCam in New Haven is working, but we can't see much of anything. Fog has become quite dense, just a little bit of light able to be made out near the green. Otherwise, 48 degrees in the Elm City, and a live look right now in our iCam in Old Saybrook showing much of the same. So this is what we'll be dealing with, especially at the shoreline as the morning goes on. Temperatures themselves very mild, 50 in Danbury and Hartford right now, 48 in Norwich, 46 in Waterbury and Torrington. And yesterday we did hit 60 degrees again, so that makes for 2 60-plus degree days in the month of March this year. Last year we had 9 days, 2021 we had 12 days. Tracking some showers off to our west. Could be some light sprinkles right along the Massachusetts border near Enfield into Suffield at this point in time. Early morning pinpoint Doppler showing those as they work their way through. These aren't really a huge issue. They're very light and they'll be pretty spotty in coverage, and that's what we expect as the day goes on. Futurecast here showing an increase in clouds for the remainder of the day. Spotty showers, scattered showers, especially this afternoon and this evening. We'll get one last push of showers through later on tonight before we actually dry out a bit heading into the day tomorrow. A mix of sun and clouds, possibly mostly cloudy tomorrow, depending on exactly where and how far south high pressure makes it. And that's going to also have an impact on what we see as we begin the weekend. So here's our players. High pressure near Toronto. We've got low pressure off to the east and a stationary front in between, reinforcing wind out of the northeast, pulling in chillier air for us. So as precip gets going Saturday morning, we actually end up with the potential for a bit of wintry mix. This will likely be later Saturday morning, and the precip overall has trended a bit slower, so we're expecting rain to last into Saturday night and possibly even early Sunday morning. With a second area of low pressure developing, we never end up in the warm part of this storm, so we're expecting a chilly day overall on Saturday. Here is both the European and the American models showing the potential again for some wintry mix as everything develops, eventually flipping over to just plain old rain and steady rain by Saturday evening. That's a snapshot of 5 o'clock. So we do not have to worry too much about impacts from this, but it does look like if you had weekend plans, especially outdoor weekend plans. Yesterday, Nicole chatted about Easter events going on. Could be a bit wet. Could be a bit chilly and raw. Temperatures today, though, still mild, expecting some low 60s in the mix, otherwise upper 50s tonight. Upper 30s right along the Massachusetts border, elsewhere low 40s. Early warning 7-day focused on a few things here. Today, breezy with some showers out there. Tomorrow, a transition day. Saturday, breezy and chilly. By Sunday, we're only in the mid-50s and it's windier. We do recover a bit Monday. Another storm system develops next week. Tuesday into Wednesday, what starts as rain could end as a few flakes. Thankfully, Nicole, there's still plenty of time for that to change.
All right, that's good. And yes, there are a lot of Easter events happening this weekend. So thank you for reminding us that Easter is just around the corner, folks. All right, it's now 7:05. This morning, more workers could be closer to getting a pandemic payday. A bill to expand Connecticut's Hero Pay program will now be heading to the Senate and the House floor. Now, this program was created to give bonuses to essential workers during the pandemic. And the new expansion bill would require the state to pay out workers designated 1C by the federal government, which would include bank tellers and transportation workers. Experts tell us that the proposal would cost the government hundreds of millions of dollars, and that final payments to the 150,000 workers already approved are on their way. There's also a plan to put more females on the police force in Hartford. Hartford police are holding a self-defense class for women. Women 18 and older can partake in this class and learn how to defend themselves and also learn more about being a police officer. So if you're interested in this class, we have some more details posted for you on the Channel 3 app. And they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But we will be watching tonight as the Huskies are in Sin City for their Sweet 16 game against Arkansas. So you can catch the game right here. You're home for the Huskies on Channel 3 at 7:15 tonight. And our sports team continues to follow both the UConn men and women on the road. The new King of Vegas, Channel 3's Mark Roulette Robbins, will have a live report from Nevada. And sports director Joe Zone is in Seattle with the women as they get set to play Ohio State Saturday. So exciting to be here in Connecticut, right? Husky Nation. Good luck again to the men and women. And thank you so much for tuning in to Eyewitness News, all of you men and women watching. Remember, you can get news and weather updates anytime on that Channel 3 app. Be healthy, stay positive. Have a great day.